All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Salty Saturdays. We have THL playoff action for you today, and I'm all nine. I'll be your operator tonight for two matches. And with us to take us through the action is none other than Dinkestat and Brushy Tuna. How you guys doing?
Doing great, Wild Nine. Awesome to be here for Saturday night, and we're gonna have some great matches for you all today. Rushy Tuna, who do we have coming up first?
We got Trito versus Rice Cryption. I almost
Yeah.
said Ception, and I was like, wait, there's an R in there. We got Trito on Demon Hunter, Shaman, and Warlock with the DK band, and then Rice on Paladin, Rogue, and Shaman with their DK band as well, with the double DK band. No one likes
Yeah.
Donkey
So
Kong.
as a Death Knight enthusiast, I'm a little disappointed, but these lineups could really be something. I know Warlock and Paladin are sort of the bane of closed deck lists these days because they can really just go either way in what they're trying to do. So we have Shaman and Demon Hunter being the decks that have a little bit more linear of a plan and then or classes, and Paladin and Rogue could just really be Paladin, Rogue, Warlock could just really be anything. So
The Thief Rogue, because then you just it's so hard to cast because you never know what's gonna happen. Like,
yep.
oh, they just got a random 10 mana spell. Oh, they got box. All right, time to cast box. All right, let's sit here and enjoy the fireworks. Yeah.
Exactly. So taking a look at these lineups though, I gotta say, I think that were I one of these players, I would feel most comfortable being in Rice Cryption's shoes. Like looking at Paladin and Rogue with that flexibility and just how well they can do against board-based decks like Shaman, slow decks like Phylactery Warlock that don't have great tools to contest oversized minions or divine shields.
Yep.
Like it seems like Rice might have the edge, but it's close list. Anything can happen. What do you think, Brushy Tuna?
Yeah, I back when I used to play THL a lot before my job got crazy and stuff like that, I always preferred the lineups where your classes are like, yeah, all right, they're on this class. That's one of five good decks. Where like if you're on Warlock, it's like, all right, maybe it was like back then it was like maybe you're on one or two decks. Just having the flexibility and the that sneaky ability to just really be on anything makes it real tough for your opponent to really line up their decks properly into what you're bringing. If you just
Oh,
like with the like classes that just have wide ranges of what they could be, it's just almost impossible to like actually hard target a class like one of those classes. So maybe Trito also saw the same thing and might be trying to like beat the shaman, but if it's evolved shaman, who knows? Anything can happen. You put that 10 mana null out on turn 3 and evolve it into a Denathrius, and it's just game over from there.
Absolutely, and we're getting into the action right now, so we can see what's going on. And as expected, it looks like we have this Evolve Shaman here on Trito 2 side with Rescription on a Miracle Rogue, perhaps. Seeing some concoctions in a graveyard over there. And Trito has the location, has the schooling, so we're just a null away from greatness. And, well, there it is.
Speak of it, and it shall come.
Yep, we're going to have the turn 2 10 drop. So,
so
time for Rescription to do some crying over there on the other side.
I mean, with the potion bow, he could get the destroy a random enemy unit.
Oh, yeah,
he does
he
have
could.
the free thing from Ghoulish. Like this,
Yeah.
this might not be that bad for Rescription if its potion belt lines up properly.
Oh, it's still pretty bad.
Yeah, it's hit one of the few 10 drops that actually have a death rattle that is really good.
Yeah, there's that.
Yep.
There's just this one, but
yeah, exactly.
it's time for it to start getting in there. And there's a presence, so we may see the next null come down. Another 10 drop. Wow.
Oh, this feels so bad from Rice's side.
Yeah, and we were talking about it a little bit before the show. Sometimes you just have these decks with their high rolls, and boy, are we seeing it right now with the shaman. So
I figured out why currently Trito's winning. He has a fish caster and he has 3 fishes in his hand. It's just all the good luck.
Exactly.
Can't lose from here.
And really, what's the difference between a piranha and tuna? It's just not really that distinct.
Sure, no, not close. But you want to know something cool about tunas? There, Dankest Dad. The most expensive food in the world is a bluefin tuna. Costs about $10,000 per kilogram.
Wow,
Here's your tuna fact.
that's pretty interesting. Like that's up there with horseshoe crab blood.
Yeah. All right.
When you talk about tuna, all I can think of is that monologue from The Other Guys. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Me and my pack of lions.
Oh, yes. So back to the game. Prescription played some cards, made a 6/6, but Trito is Trito's giving him the business here. This is just brutal.
And the
another 10 drop. It's another.
Oh my god, the same one.
It is another Stoneborn General. And yeah.
All right,
not
go
looking
next.
good if you're a Rescription fan. Probably see the Piranha Swarmer come down and just a smooth pass from Trito.
There's no vanish, no nothing, no coin to vanish it anyways, so this is almost
plus those nulls getting to get value every time into a 3/2, turn into an 8/8 that death rattles into an 8/8. Is there any out for Rescription here?
No. I think it's literally impossible.
Yeah.
There's that percentage game tracker thing for BGs. Be like, your percentage this round is 0%.
Yes, indeed, and well, 1-0 so far.
Yep.
That's a quite a way to start off a series.
We'll 10 drop both times for the matchup.
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll see if Rescription can get to play some Hearthstone in game 2. But
Rice played. It was solitaire. They just played their own cards and looked at Trito also play their own card. No real interaction going on.
Yeah. And Trito, this game's going to be a bit more of a tilt here. We've got the aggro Demon Hunter going up against the Rogue.
I like this for the Rogue, for Rice.
Yeah, it's a lot worse now that Wild Pod Knoll isn't a real option, at least for this deck. Trito will have a couple turns
Yeah.
to ramp up his offense and get something going.
It is, but I
And
mean, the rogue deck still has those crazy turns where we drop 2/4/4s with rushers, make like a 14/14 ghost. So, um,
yeah,
I mean, it
oh
still
yeah, they
has
can
its
still
early
happen,
explosive turns. Yeah.
but that is a turn 2 5/4. So there is going to be some beating getting done here.
Oh, we in top deck mode. The rest of the
Yep,
game.
already.
Turn 2. We don't need no cards in our hand. We're gonna slap with this 5/4. Well, this is where it can get like the scariest here for Trito. Because Rice is just pretty much plays it. Oh, wow. Oh,
Trito
all right,
2
never
is
mind.
gaming tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Absolute, the perfect top deck. All right, well, Trito came to
So
win. It's playoff time.
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing that next vicious slither spear come off the top. And while this game is by no means over, I think Rice has a lot more of a chance at fighting back at this point. It's it's
Hey,
just been so good on Trito's side with these draws.
dumped his hand, turn 2. Perfect draw off the top is the glaive. Hits it. Like, what we take off the first one? We take double card draw?
Oh, that's what it looks like here. Oh, just card draw and destroy.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, yeah. I was looking at the one to the side. I was like, where's the actual potion? I hit the 5/4. Actually,
All
that 1/3
right.
can get scary too. Yeah.
And it gets the 5/4 though, which is
Yep.
I think the one Ricescription wanted.
Ugh. Draw 4 might not be bad. Not this turn. But maybe in 4 turns if he stabilizes.
Yeah, it looks though like the stabilization has happened. But the early chip damage is in. The rogue had to spend resources clearing instead of making a huge minion, and now it's a little awkward.
A little bit.
And that multi-strike to get all those 1/1s. Pressure's right back on.
Did we not want to clear the 4/3 with the first swing? Or do we just not care? We're Trito.
Shipping. I like shipping the damage phase. I think Trito has the right idea here.
Yeah. You're not winning this game in the long run. Just push everything you can.
Right. I think pushing the 3 damage and removing the 1/2 instead of the 4/3 probably is a little better.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
So yeah, now Rice is a bit in the tank. Probably will do what he can to get the next stenographer down, but
Man, you shadow stab. You can even play the
I
cutlass,
don't.
starting to clear another 1/1 if he wants.
Yeah, and like this idea of putting stats on the board seems like a good one. In spite of Trito's hot start, all those early tools for Rescription were there.
There is still a
Okay.
chance that Demon Hunter just has enough face damage
Oh yeah.
to win this like in the next turn or two.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that. And we see the sightless magistrate now, which is quite nice for Trito to sort of reload, but I'm guessing Ricescription will set up the 2-turn clock.
Yeah, Trudeau has if Rice plays his turn just right, sets up the 2-turn clock. Trudeau has 1 more turn.
Yeah, like I
Just
like
college
prep
worth of
potions.
NFL football right there.
Oh yes.
Call out what's actually happening on the board.
Mm. The player with more than 0 life is the one who's going to win, if I had to guess. Oh, the hazy's really interesting instead of the 3
Is that
drop.
Rune?
It is Rune and the Reckless Apprentice. So we're gonna see some daggers come out.
Does he get
Yeah,
2 daggers? Is that
He
what's gonna
gets
happen?
3. Or yeah, 2 daggers. It'll
Yeah.
dagger up twice.
I love Reckless's interaction with literally every other class.
Yeah, it's great with hunters, especially.
Yeah.
That's where it really shines. Oh, good draw. I don't think they're. Oh, he's sending it face. That is that's a little ambitious, but
See
we'll
a
see if
Fury and a Dispose, is it enough? No, that's 6 only,
still
right?
sure.
Yeah.
If Trito had hit the 4-3 there, this still would have been a game until the Rune of
Yeah.
the Archmage showed up. But
I
just
love
like
seeing
that,
Rune.
I hate Rune so much. I'm ready for it to go.
Well, you see, we're getting boxed back, right? Kind of. One of the new
Yeah,
mage spoils is like add 2 cards from the past, so
yeah,
there's a
yeah.
chance you get boxed back.
Did you know that Rune's gonna be a card from the past in 2 months?
Yep.
Uh,
Could you imagine casting that? You get Rune and box.
oh
Oh,
boy, that'd be
oh, I'm
something.
excited.
All right. So here we see Trito has what looks like aggro Imp Warlock with this
Yep.
Murlocula into the Pure Paladin. So probably no curses at all, which seems like a pretty good read. Because getting ahead of this Paladin is something that the Imp Lock can do.
Yeah, you want to like one of its like most powerful turns for this pure paladin is when it's able to go on turn 6 to play the 6 drop 5/5 to your next spell cost health instead of life, and then you play Countess and you're just full turn ahead on all of your invites.
Yep. And wow, what a start here for Trito. He really should stop playing Hearthstone and start playing the lottery. This is just something.
It's
All right.
playoff time. They sold their whatever they had to sell to have the best luck right now.
They did.
So
All right, and we see both one drops come down from my inscription.
yeah, I like this play. You gotta battle back early. Can't lose the
Oh,
board
definitely.
to the Simp Warlock.
Absolutely not. In the library, that is an interesting call instead of going for the minions. I wonder if Trito might be fearing a city tax or that this could still somehow be control.
Uh, I think yeah, I guess it could still be control. Maybe he's thinking about putting 2/3/3s on the board next turn with the Flame Imp and the Wicked Shipments.
Maybe. But that still leaves a little bit of an awkward mana slot there unless there's something else drawn.
Yeah,
But
second Wicked Shipments off the top.
oh right, of course.
Duh. Oh,
Dark Andrathier!
oh,
Oh, we got the reach.
oh! You're at 6 and I have no minions on board. Haha, jokes on you.
Why are we running curses when we can run the 6 drop?
You mean the
Right?
7 drop?
Yeah, the 7 drop.
I wonder if he's playing
6
any of
damage
the.
rad.
Yeah. Is there any
Yeah.
recursion maybe in his deck? That's his late game. Lets Drethier
Could-
die and then somehow brings it back.
Yeah,
Like 3
maybe
times.
it could be. They could be the infantry reanimator.
Yeah.
Those. So
The only
guess
problem
it
is
would be
Murlaka is an undead. Makes it rough.
Murlocula. All right. Well, we can see the Murlocula infuse here.
If he wants to double
Alright.
trade.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
with
think.
Imp Swarm.
Yeah. Oh, this
Oh!
is super. This is super reasonable.
Yep.
Double trade, Murlocula, shipment. There's the Countess.
Good job next. 6 mana 5/5. Yeah.
So class action lawyer and Countess seem logical, but unfortunate to spend the lawyer here, knowing the library's coming up next turn.
I think it's fine. Uh You gotta do double card this turn, put both your light rays at 3.
We see this
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah, because this makes your light rays both one mana next turn, so you can go 2-drop light ray.
Yeah, you can play both light rays. Light
Oh yeah,
rays
because the
solve
second one becomes
Paladin
0.
buff.
Yeah. I like this.
Yep. You can get a clean. Good trot. Good job.
He's
Yeah, you can get the clean value trade here. Oh, interesting. Frito does not opt to buff the Murloculus and take the value trade. Instead, goes for just the trade up with the imp token. But yeah, huge swing back for Rescription now.
this is why we play the Druthar. For when the Paladin plays 2 light rays. And we just don't care.
Yeah,
Maybe.
well. I think there's a little bit of caring going on Trito's side right now.
Yeah. Maybe.
Just a smidge. And, oh, 2 imps. Wow, he is playing the video game.
Alright, everyone at home, if you want to get better at Hearthstone, ask Trito for the luck.
Yeah. All right, and there it is.
On
And
the count 7.
All right, and will he play around the burst? Oh wait, no,
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. The Drathar wins it. Oh, this is why it's in the deck. I told you.
What a snipe from Trito. Pew pew.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I'm sorry, Lance Crispin, but I was too excited for the Drathar lethal. Oh my. This is why it's in the deck, Dankus Dad. It's 6 burst damage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, in closed deck list, it did the job there. That was perfect. Somehow, Trito somehow spent all the mana every turn, and it was exactly enough.
I wonder what Lance is thinking right now. Just like sitting there at his keyboard, at their keyboard, like, what? All right, let's see if Rice gets the same insane start that Trito did with his shaman. With their shaman.
Well, we see a muck pool, and it's like no slow start from the Demon Hunter. Trito finds the 1-drop off the top. Well,
I really like Trito's hand a lot better on their shaman game 1 than this right now for Rice.
Yeah, and the Magnifying Glaive is an excellent pickup. Good card to just curve into on 3.
Yeah, I think you take the other Vanguard here.
Yeah, it's tough to decide which one to put back, and
Yeah.
sending Vanguard back to the deck I think makes sense. So, see the Chisel. Curious if Rice will use the Evolve here to try to contest the board a little more, or just leave this totem as fodder.
Go for Doomsayer. Yes, Doomsayer, come on.
It is not Doomsayer. Oh, Dispose. Wow.
Oh my goodness, Trito.
Stop. Don't try this at home, kids. And he doesn't use the Dispose. Trito's gonna hold on and get them all next turn. See, look at that. Two cards, 2 mana. Put him. Yeah. Trito's fine.
Trito. Oh my goodness, Trito.
And there's the presence. And we see the Neptulon and a Null.
And the Null.
So we'll see the 10-drop next turn. But, oof, another Glaive.
Actually, like, the worst draw for Trito this turn to try to maximize their entire hand, but...
Yeah.
I guess we
I
still can
mean,
get rid of both.
it doesn't really matter. It just depends
Yeah.
on whether Trito wants to save the multi-strike or use it. I think we'll see. Put the
Watch this.
glaive back.
Oh,
Then what? I think that's a bit of a miscue there for Trito.
just
I
drawing the
think it.
2
I
instead
think he
of the
could.
3.
I don't know if Trito knows he can play the dispose with no cards in hand.
There's a chance that Trudeau just values the glaive next turn more than the extra damage this turn from
Yeah,
dispose.
and drawing the extra cards too.
Yeah.
Also
Yeah.
be something there, but
The
there's
Nafrius.
the bump. The 10 drop is still pretty good.
It's a 12.
Might not be good. Might not be good enough though. Ironically, the 12-12 actually means that he could be in range of Fell Barrage because it's too big.
And which you are right now.
Yeah, I think Deathwing was the low roll here, actually. It's too large.
Stop being large and
And
charge, Deathwing.
schooling is probably the best draw about. But Frito finds any damage, this game's over.
I mean, we're off by 1 in hand right now. If somehow the entire board is cleared, because we got 4 with the glaive and the hero power.
Yeah. I mean, the schooling should be enough to clear. But that's it. There's no way to make taunts, no way to do anything else. The Deathwing doesn't connect, but this does clear the board. And that's it.
Oh, that does it. Yeah.
And that's a match.
Wow, Trito.
Well,
I literally don't know what to say.
we had
Trito
ourselves
just
a
drew.
match there.
Yeah, drew some perfect hands constantly.
Yeah.
Let's ET Cthulhu now up 9-6 in this matchup. Yeah, because they're 5-5 going in.
Oh, big W there. And that's a statement win. I don't if that isn't one, I don't know what is. That was quite the match from Trito, and yeah, we'll see if we can get him on.
What a showing. Yeah, still got Probe versus Molestar, and then Lowbrow versus Kodomora for the last 2 matchups for ET Cthulhu versus Clownstoners.
Yes.
Oh.
All right, and there's the man of the hour, Trito. Congratulations on the win.
Hello. Thanks.
So, are you going to go into the business of like picking stocks, playing the lottery? Like, you were on fire with those draws.
Yeah, I didn't expect my draws to be that great. I felt like even like the second game that I lost, my draws were so good, but I don't think I played that well in that game. I think I just tunneled too much into going face that game.
Yeah, and well, I think Rice also drew pretty well and tough match, but fun to see two decks go off at their full power. And well, those Stoneborn generals in game one, I think, required the universe taking something back from you, right?
Yeah, I didn't understand. I didn't understand how I got yeah. Turn 2 Muck pulls with the Knolls. That was the game, certainly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like,
So
the perfect ones into Potion. Death Rattle will get my 8-8 back, like, don't care. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And then, like, I thought you had in the DH versus Rogue game too. Just like the perfect glaive top deck on turn 3 after you dumped your entire hand on turn 2.
I I realized after dumping my hand on turn 2, I might have just greeted a bit too much. I think I didn't really see any other play, but I was like, I'm not sure if this play was correct either. and then the turn 3 top deck, I was like, oh, okay.
The perfect plan. Never punished.
Oh, well, going into some more questions, the really full aggro lineup had some cool inclusions too, like the Darkin Drakir. So, what was really like going through your mind and your team's mind when you sort of brought this lineup in for playoffs?
Well, the thing is, I saw that Rice picked Paladin. I just picked 4 decks that were good into Paladin, and then I kind of also had a read that because the meta was going to be quote unquote slower, that people would slowly turn back to the that 6 mana card, which I still don't think is that great, because
The
because
Blood
like
Crusader.
yeah, Blood Crusader, I just don't like taking 7 damage to myself if I'm ever playing Paladin. Like, I didn't like that card, and I feel like I was just gonna bring 4 aggro decks that would punish paladins if they ever play that card.
I mean, what you
I
did, you
mean,
set up perfect lethal with the Jathir on turn
uh,
7 for you. Like right after, take 7
Yep.
for Rice, like feeling good, got the
Yeah,
mutations in
that
the
was
hand,
like,
and it's like, boop, you're out of this
yeah,
game.
that was like, yes. I was like, I knew he was gonna play this on turn 6. I was like, yes, let's go.
yeah, and like that top, I'm like, it's the stream is running now. It's just we just get to see your imp gang boss into that flame imp on 6, and that was also pretty gnarly. Just the curve, perfect, everything flowing. Like Murloculous were a great inclusion. Like that deck was fantastic and a great read.
Yeah, for sure. And then like I'm not sure if you guys were able to see my Death Knight. Like my Death Knight was not at the unholy aggro. I could have brought it, but I saw that Frost had higher percentage specifically against Paladin, so I just decided to bring Frost instead.
Yeah, that's because Paladin likes to like board lock themselves or hide behind their light rays of the taunts, and Frost just doesn't care. Like freezes the board every turn and just sends a ton of face damage. It just ruins Paladins. There's your tuna tip for the week. Rest of the people playing closed list THL.
So I do have one more question for you, Trudeau. So we I don't know if you've been paying attention to spoilers, but we've been seeing some new cards from the mini set over the last couple of days. Are there any that you're excited to give a shot later in the playoffs if your team keeps going?
I'm gonna be honest, I have not been playing Hearthstone as much lately, so I have not been keeping up with spoilers. So I saw Hunter got a new secret that is power creeps. It looks like power creep snipe, and I'm like, okay, that is not something I'm particularly looking forward to seeing, because I think snipe was I definitely miss snipe going whenever I play Hunter, I was like, man, I wish Snipe was a card, and then I see that they had like a better Snipe, so I'm like, about that.
Well,
Well, this is
you
just for
heard.
you. You know, bring the
Yeah,
snipe
well, you
back.
heard. You heard it from Trito too, not the bees. All right. Cool. So, any parting words you have for us? Any last words of wisdom before you head out and celebrate the victory?
I guess what I said earlier. Do not play the Crusader in Paladins. That's not a card.
Mm. Yeah, I guess if you want to mana cheat, do another play another class, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, like Shaman or the aggro DH. I mean,
yeah.
I I saw
Yeah.
nothing wrong with any of the games that you played on either one of them.
Even Warlock with the double Merkulos.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations on the win again, Trito, and thanks for coming on. It was a pleasure to see you and Redscription play, and good luck in the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, and with that, we look to our next match, and we have 27 minutes or so. It looks like Brushy Tuna to discuss this one, so we can really get
Ooh.
into the meat of it.
Oh no, 109 said, nah, they're getting ready.
Oh
So,
boy.
so let's run through this real quick. I got all the deck lists up and everything up. We're start with Neji Boston. He brought Frosty K, Spooky Mage is love the name. Control Paladin, and then the Evolved Shaman was banned. Dranium Battle brought Spell DH, Amulet Mage, Phylactery Warlock, and the Blood DK was banned. Looking over lists here,
Yeah.
and looks like nothing too crazy out of the ordinary here.
Yeah, I
Looks
think
like just
eh,
normal shaman stuff. The aggro mage, pretty standard control pally that I can see for Neji, and then for Geranium Battle, yeah,
so we have the
pretty
so looking
standard spell mage.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I got the opportunity to chat with Geranium a bit about his prep for this
Ooh.
week, and one
Okay.
thing that's actually pretty fun is on HS Replay,
Mm-hmm.
every single matchup for Geranium Battle is favored. Every single one. It's because of the Shaman ban. So, well, Neji Boston, also a great player. It seems like Geranium's read to sort of go with this anti-control lineup has paid off for him, and at least on paper, he has the start he wants. So
Is he favored into the Frosty K every matchup?
every matchup, the entire spread is favorable.
Huh. I would think that the Frosty K is favorable into Big Spell Mage,
That's
but
actually one
maybe
of Big
I just don't
Spellmage's
understand. Is
best
it?
matchups. It is. The Barbaric Sorceress is really good into a lot
Oh,
of
true,
what
true, true. Yeah,
the Frost Death Knight is trying to do by either delaying Frostborn's Fury or basically turning Horn of Winter into a brick that cheats out 2 dragons for the opponent. There's
that makes sense. Yeah, I forgot about
yeah,
that. Yeah. That makes
but
sense. Yeah.
you know, by no means are any of them unwinnable though. They are, they're real matchups. They're just green. So yeah, we'll see if Neji can turn it around and manage to pick up the match dub. So
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
because
I'm personally excited for this one. Both Neji and Geranium are great players. Been teammates with
fantastic
Neji.
players. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch this one.
IGA, since I've known him, that G and THL has always been that one player that you're like, oh, I'm playing Neji this week. Gonna be tough. I've heard nothing but the same thing for Dranium Battle. So
Yeah,
I always love the same thing. I always love seeing when you get two of those players up against each other, where the ones you're like kind of fearing all season. You're like, man, I really hope I don't play this player. And when they both line up perfectly and play each other, always fireworks.
absolutely. All right, and we're getting into the first one now.
Chicken is down just in time to clown is up 8 points to 2 points over Arthas Peter Menethil. Man, I can't read.
Arthas Peter Menethil. That's
Yeah,
right.
right.
All right. So going in here, it looks like we have the big spell mage into the Frost Death Knight. So we're gonna get to see if the HS replay stats or Brushy Tuna's conventional wisdom prevail
Yeah,
against
it's
which of
me
these decks
this
can
HS
win.
replay. That's the side event of this matchup.
Right.
Alright, this mailbox dancer. I love the card design, but I hate this card because of the noise it makes whenever it enters battlefield.
I
Just
can.
the
You can't give.
I
All right. Well, I better hear it from you again the next
I'm
time
not
it comes
going
down.
to. It hurts my head.
Wow, that's disappointing.
I'll
All
tell you.
right.
I'll tell you. I'll
Well.
do it for you, Dad. I'll do it for you.
All
Can't
right.
can't disappoint the dankest of dads. Yeah, a shame. I
Well.
like just playing the Harbinger here for Neji, just because this Pelican's gonna wake up and slam into whatever is on board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. And a little bit unfortunate here for Geranium that there's no immediate big spell payoff in hand, but we'll
Yeah, we'll
see
draw.
if
We'll draw next turn when we coin this evoker. We'll be okay.
maybe. But the Belinda and the Barbaric Sorceresses are still hiding somewhere.
We got time. I mean, Frost DK usually doesn't start really popping off until like turn 6, turn 7. So we got a couple of good natural draws and some other cards in our deck to help us draw into those to our big spells by then.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And while Neji Boston is running the Vicious Slither Spear, we don't see the full all-in here with the Trogs and all of the aggression. But looks like we'll see a bit of a punish now with this early in from the Death Chiller.
Oh, I love Tharson. It was interesting that Draining Battle decided to keep the Pelican up because DK is very good at dealing with 1 health minions, especially the Frost DK. Even the Hero Power just deals with it. Maybe Draining was okay with trying to bait Neji into just pressing Hero Power that turn and saying pass.
I think Geranium actually got the outcome he wanted. So one of the best ways for the Death Knight to actually win this matchup is playing minions constantly on the board, getting ahead, and winning in that way. And it now seems really difficult for Neji Boston to do that and assemble burst damage with spells later. Because we're going to see this Evoker come down probably. We might see the Mailbox Dancer with the hero power. That also is a reasonable play. But if you look at it, Neji Boston's clock is just not that fast. And we can see the Belinda come down next turn and really be a threat.
I told you we draw this Belinda naturally by turn 6.
Yeah, and like Reckless here is just pretty nice at shutting down this pressure. Yeah. Like I think Geranium sort of designed this situation. I think he definitely, was willing to accept the outcome of last turn because he wins either way. And yeah, still no Overseer for Jadara because there's no available coin from the Dancer. And Neji's doing what he's got to do and shipping it face. But it's Belinda time. Tears.
Two 5-drops incoming. Belinda's a 10-9.
Humongous.
This card is so good.
It's a little bit unfair.
Yeah.
And the question now, though, is do we see the Evoker come down here or the Rune?
Come on!
Because I like the Evoker here with the bump from Belinda to gain all the armor, play it a little slow.
Even Amulet's like a better play than Rune here. But hear me out.
Rune.
It could literally be lethal this turn. It could just double Pyroblast Neji's face and win the game. You don't know,
It's true.
You'll never know until you just Rune.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
But
it could even be another Rune.
It can't be another Rune, thankfully.
I know.
At least not directly.
You can generate another Rune.
It could. All right, but
come on, Geranium.
But
nah, they're
100%
thinking. Yes.
Oh, he's just gonna slam the Rune.
Oh
no.
Come on. Come on, go face.
Do the right thing. Do the right. No. Oh, see, he's responsible. Arcane Defenders, though, not the best outcome. And seems like the Mailbox Dancer is feared.
Boo. I'm upset. That's right. We played this turn, right?
Yeah, it's got to be Rune next time. And
I mean,
now Neji's in a hard spot.
mm, clear the Belinda. Okay.
Obliterate
Oh,
is a great pickup. Corpse Explosion, a little less great, but still usable. I think we'll see Neji pick the
yeah.
Obliterate.
I like the
Then
Belinda
another.
pickup because Belinda had 10 attacks, so you know there's Darkfire and only, right? Yeah. You know there's 2 dragons coming eventually.
Yep. There's the Icy Touch, probably the pick. Tough one there. Maybe Tomb Guardians for some stall later.
Mm, no, I think he's got to take the Icy Touch and like set up for like Frostwind Fury into multiple things, but I guess he agreeing with
Oh,
you.
it is the
Trying to,
Tomb Guardians.
yeah.
All right, and it's Runin time.
Come on. No, don't look at the card you drew. Ignore it. Don't, no. Oh,
Oh, Raid Boss Nixie is a good one.
yeah. I mean, this was 100% the right play every time. Or Magister. It was never ruined this turn, but
Oh, he doesn't take the Raid Boss, instead opting for taunts and hitting 2 of them.
okay.
Well, that
I'll blast
Obliterate will
pickup.
make quick work of 1. And I like
We
getting this Astra.
Astalor, Tomb Guardians obliterate this turn, or maybe we hold on to the obliterate.
Yeah, I mean, I like sending the 1-drop as well here. And then, yeah, I think the Obliterate's just used.
Yeah.
Now it's probably going to be the Arcane Defenders, and then the Dawn Grasp to get all the minions the next turn.
Or we rune. Ah,
So I think this is now where we're seeing the payoff of all of that or of that early play from Geranium to sort of bait out all those spells in that first few turns. Because it's looking a little tough now for Neji to get an efficient clear and still
yeah.
actually get the pressure he needs to beat this Dawn Grasp next turn.
Yeah, I was just thinking if Geranium didn't have the rune or not the rune, the Magister in hand, that possibly the Astalor next turn can help push a lot of face damage for Neji. But with at least 2/5/6 untargetable
Ooh.
taunts coming next turn, it's gonna be
Yeah.
tough.
And this is an interesting play here. Neji choosing to conserve the Frostworm's Fury to defend his own life total.
I
This
don't
has
mind
turned
it.
into quite the game.
I don't mind it because you're kind of expecting, we're into the turns where this big spell mage is just playing like haymakers after haymakers, and
Yeah.
Frostwind Fury is a good way to deal with a lot of like big wide boards out of nowhere, like the Stonegrass next turn. Um,
Mhm.
so I really like this play from Neji to hold the Fury.
Yeah. I guess for me, my thought is more that Neji needs to worry more about killing Geranium rather than protecting himself. And I think that this just slows him down maybe a little too much. But I could be wrong.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I mean,
Let's see what
it also
Dawngrasp has for us.
yeah, it also sets up that if there wasn't a Dawn Grasp here, if Neji top decks another Frostwind Fury, um, it is just lethal over 2 turns.
Yeah.
Gonna have a whole bunch of whelps.
Yep. And well, Astalor can come down and clear off that 2-1. And now, now Geranium's gonna be board locked.
Which is one of the good things. Well, it's not going to be board lock unless like Neji never swings into the 5/6s.
Well, at least for now, I'm guessing Neji will probably end up playing the Frostworm Fury and passing with along with
Yeah,
the hero power just to generate a corpse. But I don't think there's a much better line. There's not a reliable way to push damage face once you play it. Clearing minions gives Uranium Battle a lot more options. There's that Astalor in hand to gain 5 more armor. Like I think it looks like the big spell mage has come out ahead.
chance that we Frostwind's Fury this turn, Frostwind Worm's Fury next turn, and then
Well, that
maybe
assumes
like
this rune doesn't generate an answer here.
true. I'm just thinking of
Yeah.
like Neji's side of like thinking about his deck list of like what we're looking forward to. I mean, there's a chance that like he top decks a Frost Strike next, like the turn after, to get like another Frostwind Fury.
Yeah. So we'll probably see the self-hero power, maybe. We could see that. We could see the Rune of the Archmage and some prayers. Geranium knows that the Astalor, the big Astalor, is one of the cards.
Yeah.
Other one's unknown.
Horn is a good
I'm
pickup for Neji at this point too. For
Yeah,
Astalor plus something in a turn.
Yeah, so we see the Astalor here. This is a dangerous situation now for Geranium.
Okay, redraw.
Yep, Chillfall and Baron.
And the Frost Worms. It's like Neji's like really only out.
It's the only chance.
Yeah.
And it's not Frostworm's Fury. I can go face, but it means that the crackback is going to be too much.
Yeah, do we just horn into Astalor and pray?
Oh, I don't think there's another choice.
Yeah.
So we'll see the 5 into 5. And then it's Astalor in time.
Oh, looked like the taunt survived. Oh, I thought it lived at 1. Okay.
No, but well, now
Still dead on board.
Now, well, Neji has to clear, so
Yeah, he's
unfortunately, this is just done. And as you can see, I mean, it did take Belinda on curve, but the Vic Spellmage got it done into the Frost Death Knight. So,
Ooh, I was wrong.
chalk strikes, at least in this position. So, coming up for game 2, what do you think we're going to see here?
Paladin from Neji. Dang.
It's the Death Knight again. And we have the Demon Hunter here. So, Geranium's got the relics, and, as the Demon Hunter, that's what you want to see. Ooh. You also, are going first, which is another thing you want to see.
And 1 damage.
Yeah, well, at least take the opportunity to go first away from the more aggressive deck. Oh my god.
Yo, fam, I heard you like relics. Here's your relic vault. Oh my. Yeah. Yep.
So we do see the guaranteed clear here if Geranium wants to take it with Extinction in the vault. We also could just see the vault go down here to sort of flood the board, but we can see the answer to that in Neji's hand. Just a little bit awkward.
Kind of like Relic. Both Relics and the Hero Power this turn, and then next turn we press the Vault and the Phantasms, and then by turn 6, yeah, our dimension
I like
up with the...
This is fine, I think.
Both plays are truly fine.
I mean, but 5 relics in hand with the vault in play on turn 3.
It's so disgusting.
Yeah.
And both relic of extinctions too, as 2 of your relics, which makes Neji ever having board state is so hard.
Impossible. Oh, Kurtrus, cool.
Yep, cool, of course.
So, I cannot wait to see Neji's face on the cam when the stream catches up to us. That is going to be beautiful. This is so Obliterate and Glacial Advance, both of those are pretty nice into this board with the coin. And he'll hold it back.
Play Relic of Extinction this turn to
Yeah,
6 and 7 Relic of Dimension next turn.
yeah. There's no reason for it. It's just complete greed, but it was very funny. So kudos to Geranium for deciding to use the Relic of Extinction in that way. Because looking at this deck list, I don't think there are actually any cards that cost more than 5 that he could draw, right?
Yeah, because of the Scythe.
Yeah, I guess it's the second dimensions is now guaranteed to be free. Okay, there's a reason.
Yeah.
Exactly, Relic of Dimensions.
If we
In the
were playing
first
Scythe, like Jason Artificer to hit off this Relic is nice, but they're just
Yeah.
1-drops. They're just souls in the deck.
Yep. So now it's the question here: do we see Dimensions or Kurtrus?
Dimensions.
And I
Yeah.
feel like Dimensions is just gonna be the play.
It's
So
the strongest play on
Eldori
turn 4.
Warband, Mark,
Oh my goodness.
Fury, man,
Haha.
Sigil. Okay, well, we'll see.
Both the 7
the
reducers
Warband
only reduce 2 mana. That's funny.
Yeah, I think that's probably was one reason to maybe consider the trade here. But yeah, all right. It'd have to be the Coin Frostworm.
Yeah, double bone breaker.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a chance that School Teacher gets you the Howling Blast too, which is also pretty good here. But that's leaving it up to chance.
Yeah. Will we see the school teacher maybe? And Neji goes with it. And it hits nothing of use. Maybe a defrost could be it here. Unholy Frenzy could clear off the 4-1. But we see the defrost.
Draw 2.
And
Chiller,
Death Killer. It's just not enough mana to really make anything work this turn. I think Geranium looks like he's in a great spot to take game 2.
Yeah, Horn doesn't do anything this turn. Yeah, just hope and pray we live through the turn and try to freeze the board, but...
Well, okay, we can play all the relics. I mean, it's not correct, but it's such a flex, you should do it.
He didn't play Rune last game, so I need to see the runes this game.
He has played all of the relics in the deck by turn 7. Wow. This is some video gaming.
Oh, and hit a Bound Soul too.
Yeah. It's a one-off lethal. Well, now he's out of here.
Yeah. I would be too.
I don't know. Okay, that might be a world first. Has anyone ever played all the relics by turn 7? Is that a thing?
Probably. It has to be. There's no way. Like, there's definitely other chances that people hit like multiple relics off like the turn 6 first relic of dimension. So.
Oh yeah, that's just it's absurd. So this I think was on paper the closest matchup and probably the one Neji was looking for. Is that Frost Death Knight into the Phylactery Warlock. And this also is the toughest deck to play, I would say, in Geranium's lineup.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I hit Legend with this deck. And if I can hit Legend with this deck, can't be that complicated.
Well, it's at least tougher than Belinda on 6. Can we agree with that?
Yeah, okay, yeah. If that's our argument is like comparing this to playing Belinda on 5, you mean? Because of coin? Yeah. Yes, correct.
All right, so we'll probably see the big toss for Rod, maybe keep the Knoll. Phylactery and Tamsin in the keep. That's interesting.
Yeah. I like keeping Phylactery as the Phylactery Warlock player, because that's usually the that's the card that puts all the key pieces together and like actually lets you combo. Because this allows you if to try to combo maybe a turn or two earlier than what you'd want, maybe only do like 16 or 20 damage instead of like the full 30, in case the Frosty K really starts like putting a ton of pressure on you.
Yeah,
So
I guess I am just a rude mithril rod in my hand wanter when I'm playing this deck.
that is like the number one card you're looking for, but yeah, for keeping phylactery in your opener is a sign that you're like, all right, this matchup might need me to try to like pop off ASAP, and keeping phylactery is definitely
Right.
one of the things you want to do.
Interesting. We see the